On Tuesday, Campaign Against the Arms Trade is taking the British government to court, and they're calling an end to the UK arms trade with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is one of the most repressive regimes in the world, and now involved in the bombing of Yemen and the destruction of communities and lives in Yemen. And the British government and arms companies in Britain are supporting that destruction by selling arms to Saudi Arabia.
Being built in our factories in Britain.
Abdullah Al-Wazir School, September the 22nd, 2015. Saudi forces bombed the school, which educates thousands of students in a two-shift system. 4 bombs landed inside the school and one just outside the school. 3 people were killed in the attack, 2 were critically injured, all from the same family. Zaid, age 18, who studies at the school, said, "The bomb hit the home where our teacher, Mr. Hisham, lives with his family. Mr. Hisham and his 2 sons died, and his wife and young son are in a very critical condition. The boys who died were playing on their bikes outside their home." Hisham has lived and worked at the school for 10 years, teaching thousands of students. "When I looked at my teacher, I felt grief and fear. I don't know why they destroyed our school."
September the 5th, 2015, the Al Nahda neighbourhood in Al Tara district. 9 people were killed in the bombing of the neighbourhood. Nayef Atef is 19 years old and a cousin to 5 of the people killed. He went to his uncle's home when he heard the explosions. "When I arrived, I saw the disaster that I was praying to God that it does not happen. I found that the whole area had been destroyed. Under the rubble were women, children and the elderly. I tried with some of my neighbours to rescue the victims, but it was too late. I think if we had reached them a little earlier, it would have been possible to save some of them, but no one could approach them for fear of the planes bombing again. The planes were flying over the area continuously. The most difficult thing that affected me that day was seeing Rawad, a 2-year-old girl, with her head cut in half by a metal fragment. It was a very painful scene for everyone." We know that people are not only being killed in Yemen, but communities are being destroyed, and there's starvation in Yemen because people cannot live any longer and their land is being destroyed, their homes are being destroyed, farming land is being destroyed, schools and mosques are being destroyed on a daily basis. And the United Nations has said conclusively that Saudi Arabia is committing war crimes in Yemen. And we in Britain, the British government, are complicit, are guilty of involvement in these war crimes as long as we sell arms to Saudi Arabia. So on Tuesday, we need to ask for the court to see sense and to rule in favour of Campaign Against the Arms Trade and say that there should be no more sales of arms to countries like Saudi Arabia that commit war crimes. The arms trade is one of the most destructive things in the world today that is fueling conflict, not just in Yemen, but all over the world, is fueling conflict. And Britain is currently the 2nd biggest arms exporter in the world. And so we in Britain are supporting and fueling conflict, fueling destruction, fueling the destruction of lives, which leads, of course, to more and more displaced people, more and more communities torn apart and more refugees.
There you go.
Thank you. Very proud.
I'm Yemeni. Oh, good, good.
So
Terrible things happening.
okay.